Well, hello. I think we're live. My name is Jamie J. I'm the CEO and founder of Bottleneck Distant Assistants, where we help stop the bottleneck in your business and your life. This is Live with Bottleneck, a special edition today, I guess you could say, because we have a lot of our team members here, and they're going to be talking about what it's like to be a dedicated distant assistant. I've gotten a lot of questions on this. So if you're listening to this, if you're listening and you have a question or a comment, please feel free to leave a comment or ask a question. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. If you're on Facebook and you want to leave a comment, in order for us to see it here, you have to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and just make sure that your browser accepts that you're accessing StreamYard. And as soon as you do that, you can leave a comment here. I'll flash it below on the screen and I'll ask questions, and we'll have Raina, Geraldine, Crystal, Ella, and Ems, or myself, answer the questions for you. So we're really excited to do this. So bear with us. We'll go ahead and get started. It's going to take about 38 seconds. We'll be right back with you. Well, hello there. My name is Jamie J. Welcome to Live with Bottleneck. I am your host, where we help stop the bottleneck in your business and in your life. I'm also the CEO and founder of Bottleneck Distant Assistants, and today we're going to be talking about what it means to be a distant assistant. And we're going to be welcoming Ella. She is my personal assistant. Raina, she's my director of operations, and she's a director of recruitment. Geraldine, she's a talent acquisition specialist. And of course, Crystal, who is our project coordinator. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and try and jump into this. And let me introduce you to the team. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, team.
This is exciting. We never get to do this, and I think we should do it a lot more. I think it's a lot of fun. So I thought what we could be doing today is just kind of having a conversation of kind of what it means to be a dedicated distant assistant, or DA. And I take a lot of pride in knowing that we are the world's first dedicated distant assistant company. That's a big deal and a big change. And I wonder, maybe we can kick it off really fast. Raina, I'd love to introduce you. Maybe you can tell us who you are, what your role is, and what the difference is between a distant assistant and a virtual assistant.
Hello to all the viewers out there, to your family and friends, to our team, our Bottleneck team. Hi there. So my name is Reina Atlawon, and I used to be JB's personal assistant. Also used to be our Bottleneck's project manager, and now promoted to be our Bottleneck's director of operations. Yes, thank you so much. So we know that bottleneck is always discussing with regards to what are the differences of a DA, which is a business assistant, and a VA means. So we have this strong belief that a distant assistant is what do you call this? A distant assistant is more of a personal or intimate relationship with a client, and that's why we also call ourselves dedicated, because we will be dedicated to our client. For example, us here, the team, we're dedicated to JB, so our client is only JB, which is here at Bottleneck. So when you say virtual assistant, it's more of transactional based. So virtual assistants can go from one project to another. So there's like I said earlier, the intimacy is not really there. So it's more of a transactional based relationship. So that's the difference.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, we like saying that there's nothing wrong with a virtual assistant. There's a time and a place for that everywhere. There's nothing good, bad, or indifferent. There's just different, right? So Distant assistant, intimate based relationship. Virtual assistants, more of a transactional based relationship. You pay someone for a service or a product, you get that back, oftentimes through many iterations. And because it takes those iterations, the amount of time to figure out what's right, the reason why is because they don't have that intimate based relationship. They don't really understand your vision, your the tone, your voice, the brand integrity, right? And that takes a little bit of time. And that's why having a dedicated distant assistant, if that's what you're looking for, is really going to be able to help you finish your sentences. You may hear me, and I've said this time again, if we are about to end the conversation, I say bye for now. Well, guess what? People on the team here, they tend to say bye for now because we all share, we're all fighting for that same vision. We may go about it different ways. Believe it or believe you me, I get corrected a lot and I get challenged a lot, and I thrive on that because I don't know everything. Everybody else has their expertise in certain areas, and that's what's beautiful about this relationship. So next, I want to segue right into my personal assistant, Ella Gonzalez, who has joined us recently, and she's fantastic. I wonder, Ella, if you could introduce yourself, tell us what you do, and what you think about Bottleneck.
Hello, everyone. Hello, viewers. My name is Ella Gonzalez, and I recently joined Bottleneck as a personal assistant of Sir Jamie J. Um, Working with Bottleneck helps me a lot with my career growth. And yeah, with Bottleneck, we work as a team, we work as a family. Everyone is helpful, everyone is approachable, and as a personal assistant of Sir Jamie, I see to it that his life will be easy for him, his calendar, his emails. I see to it that everything will be okay for him. So, yeah.
I have to say, you're pretty amazing. What is the biggest challenge of working with me?
um, I think sometimes communication, but but it's okay, sir. I understand that you're a busy man. That's why I'm here for you. I'm here for everyone. So yeah, but it's okay.
See, oh, I love that. So thank you very much. And see, what's really nice about this is we have these missteps that we can clearly say. It's if I'm doing something wrong, I don't want anybody to feel like they can't tell me, or maybe I can improve upon it. Maybe it's just that I don't know.
Mhm.
In instances like this, communication is key. And if I'm not communicating
true.
effectively, I don't want Ella to feel uncomfortable saying, "Oh my gosh, he," and I can only imagine how many times Ella's reached out to Randa going, "What do I do in this situation?" Because he's not responding or something like that, right? I'm sure stuff like that has happened. It is totally cool. So it's really important to me. Culture is a really big thing, a positive culture, and what that means is everybody feels comfortable speaking up, sharing their ideas, their voice, because I want everybody to feel empowered and I want this whole thing to work together. And I don't want anybody feeling like they can't necessarily say something that might offend anybody. I just don't want an environment like that. So I'm
Hmm.
very blessed. Ella's been doing fantastic. So thank you for that, Ella. Next up is Geraldine. We call her Jera. She's a talent acquisition specialist. So, Jera, if it's okay, I'd love for you to introduce yourself and tell us who you are, what you do, and I don't know, maybe what you like or what you find challenging working here at Bottleneck.
Yeah, hi everyone, and to all the viewers out there. My name is Geraldine Manigo. So my team call me, the whole team call me Jera for short. So I am the talent acquisition specialist. So I do the end-to-end process for the sourcing and recruitment, and it's really my passion, and I love that. So prior to working at Bottleneck, I've been a virtual assistant. So I'm working with different clients with real estate and property management. So I used to do appointment setting and yeah, more of administrative tasks. But prior to that, I've been with HR recruitment for 4 years. So that's really my passion, and I'm really thankful that Bottleneck gave me the opportunity again to work with my passion. And what I really love and I'm really proud of working with Bottleneck, the culture. The culture is very great. Here at Bottleneck, the team will give you the confidence to work with your passion.
I like
So
that.
that's really great.
Yeah, I love it. I love
I
that.
like that, Jera.
It's fantastic. Now, I say that this is kind of like controlled chaos, right? Like we're in new territory a lot because we're doing a lot of new things, and with growth comes new ideas, new challenges. What is the chaos, or what has those challenges been like for you, and how have you been able to overcome them, or have you not?
Yeah, for now it's like the change of um line of the clients, and yeah, that's something challenging, but of course it's still doable because I have the team working with me. And the good thing is we are very close when it comes to communication, so everything's aligned. So there is sometimes that, yeah, stress is there, there's always a stress everywhere, but it depends on the perspective and how we're going to handle the task that is given to us. And
Yeah.
the one thing that Sir Jamie asked me is before is to have this, I think that's a sales call with the client, and it's really my first time to do that. And then right after that, I felt like, oh, I can do that, I did that. And it's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's only Bottleneck made me do that for the
Well,
first time.
I will say I asked you to step up. You were brand new, and we had a prospect, a,
Yeah.
a person that I think they did become a client after that, but they were like, I want to talk to somebody. I'm like, oh, well, you could talk to Raina. And he asked, well, how long has she been there? I said, oh, about 3 years. And then he goes, well, I want to talk to someone that's brand new. Do you have anybody that's brand new? And I said, Jera, would you be? I could ask her. So I asked her, and she said, "Yep, no problem." Stepped up, and he was like, "She's fantastic." So it's really cool because you get to see what it's like. A lot of people don't understand the possibilities that are out in this world due to the increase and the betterment of technology. The world's kind of shrinking, and the talent pool is increasing. So we can reach out to all different places on this earth of ours and find amazing people like all of you. So next, I want to introduce Crystal. Crystal recently joined us. So Crystal, if you can tell them who you are, what your position is, and maybe what you like most about being with Bottleneck.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Sir Jamie. My name is Crystal. I am currently in my second week working with Bottleneck as the company's project coordinator. It's specifically my eighth day, counting this day. I am in charge of coordinating tasks and projects of each department, making sure that we meet our clients' deadlines and expectations. And so far, I am loving the experience. I've realized just how important methods or ways of training for new hires in a company are, and that realization came only with Bottleneck. Because of how well I was trained with Reina, how well I was supported and guided into my role as a project coordinator, I was able to absorb the process and dive deeper into my responsibilities quickly. And what I really love about Bottleneck is that I heard this saying, and it was from Sir Jamie, be your own ripple. After hearing that, I really took a moment to let it sink in and then realize just how meaningful it is. Because that's right, Bottleneck is a company that encourages you to grasp just how effective and meaningful you can be in other people's lives and journeys. Thank
Oh,
you.
Crystal, you're amazing. And I have to say something really quick too is being one of the newer team members right now, you're coming on when like we're just sprouting, right? We're just getting ready to grow. We've been watering this dang plant for 18 months, and now it's finally broke through the ground. It's now coming out. So there's a lot of new things. And you kind of jumped right into the deep end, right? So what were some of the
Yep.
challenges starting like within the first week? What were some of your biggest challenges and hurdles?
Honestly, I can't even say it is a big challenge because, as I've mentioned, I've been guided very well by the team, and I've gained new insight and perspective towards the kind of work environment and culture employees should have with each other, wherein it's centered on communication and supporting one another. And I honestly don't think I've had a very significant challenge. It's just that hopping on, I felt even more excited to work with the team. I've met almost everybody in the team, and I'm just so glad that I managed to hop on board in during this part of Bottleneck's journey.
Well, I have to say thank you, Crystal. That's absolutely amazing. And I remember watching your video when they were interviewing you, and then they called you back and they said, "Hey, welcome to Bottleneck," and you were so excited.
Yes, I really was because from my experience, growing into this role is really something that I've never expected. So thank you so much for also seeing the potential in me, and Bottleneck is really helping me grow. And
It's like she won the crown in a Miss Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Well,
yes, that is how it feels.
Actually, Jamie, I also told her like during our Zoom calls, it's like slowly my crowns is like, okay, it's getting there, it's getting there. I'm passing it on to you now. I'm passing it on to you now.
See, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I want to quickly introduce Ems. Ems is our director of recruitment. She's been fantastic. Been with us. Just celebrated her 1-year anniversary. So really privileged to have her on. Ems, do you want to introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about what you do here, and maybe what you like most about Bottleneck, and how you enjoy your role.
Oh, hi. My name is Ims. So I'm the director of recruitment here with Bottleneck Distant Assistants. Yeah, I've been with Bottleneck for a year, and it doesn't actually feel like a year. For me, it kind of feels like just went by so fast because it's been a blast so far. I just want to share that, this is how we normally do our meetings. So this is sort of like an insight of how fun it is here. I think I just want to share that I really agree with what Jamie said about positive culture. It really helped me grow as not just as a person, but with my career as well. So we're all empowered, no matter your role. We're all empowered to make decisions, and it's mindful decisions. So you really have to make sure that is it going to be beneficial for the company, the team, and the clients. Um, so it really helped me decide for the betterment of my career here with Bottleneck, and it's been a blast. So I really appreciate that. So I would say that Bottleneck is different in a sense that it's not just talk. Like, okay, we're like this. If you join our company, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be fun. But I realized once I've been here for actually it's just within a week, I realized that, oh, okay, so they really mean it. They really embody the culture. And we normally have those talks with Jera, the recruitment team, with the training team, that they have the same feedback. So I'm really proud that I'm associated with a company who embodies the culture. So I'm really proud of us. So yeah.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I just, from the bottom of my heart, you guys have done amazing things here, and I'm so proud. I get so braggadocious every time somebody asks me what I do. I'm like, well, let me tell you. It's a lot of fun. We just have it. We really do. We have a fun time. Our meetings fly by, and like I said, the two things that I'm bad at, you guys already know. I'm terrible at follow-up, and I'm terrible at details, but you are extremely good at all of that. And I just can't thank you enough. And thank you for taking the time. And I know this could be a little nerve-wracking jumping into this right now, but I really appreciate you all stepping up. So maybe we could kind of go around right now. We have 3 big goals that we're working on right now. And Reyna, what are the 3 big goals that we're trying to accomplish by about in between June 1st and June 15th of this year?
Yes. So like what Im said earlier, it's kind of like we're having meetings right now. So Jamie during our meetings will be saying, will always be like reminding us our three big goals up until June to July. So that's number one is our Bottleneck Academy. Second is our website, or do we say it now, JP, or is it going to be a surprise?
Heck yeah, let's throw it out there.
Okay, so it's gonna be our new website, which will also integrate our new process, which we call the ASP, or the automated sales process. And the third, of course, the number one thing, no, even if it's number three, but it's like top priority as well, is our documentation, our workflows. So earlier, as Crystal was able to mention, she said that the training was doing well with between me and her. One of the reasons why is because I was able to document everything from what I've been doing, and then it's more easier that I'll be able to like guide her along the way because I have the list of steps. I have like, okay, what are we gonna talk about and stuff like that. So that's the reason, one of the reasons why she's able to like pick up so quickly, and even if it's on her 8th day today, she's already like out there tagging people. Ella also tagging people on Basecamp, emailing Jamie's appointments, and then informing our team. Im's out there is like, okay, Jera, we need to go and hire these people for our clients and stuff like that because we have these documentations in place. It's not perfect. It still needs improvement, but it's better than zero. It's better than nothing, that everyone's confused with what they need to do. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That's where you get a little bit of chaos from that, the sprouting bud, right? Like
Yeah.
we're getting there. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel finally. But I am so happy. This is the team that I've chosen to go into battle with, so to speak, and I couldn't be prouder. I want to touch on one thing too, and maybe Crystal, I can ask you since you're just coming on board. So we all make decisions here, right?
Yeah.
So there is a hierarchy, but do you feel like you can make a decision and have somebody else be okay with that? Or do you feel you still need to get permission to make decisions?
At my current state right now, it doesn't feel that way. I feel like Arena was able to trust me and give me that confidence in being able to pull things off on my own. And she's also made sure that we had an atmosphere where whenever I had any questions or I was confused in something, there was nothing wrong with asking her because she's really guiding me well. And because of all the documents and references that she's sent over to me, I was really able to navigate myself through all our team and all of our projects well. So yes, there are moments, of course, where I would need to really ask her, like, oh, in this circumstance, in this instance, what do you think I should do? But I'm also like really free to tell her that maybe I should do this, maybe we should do that. And she's been very welcoming of it. It's boosted my morale and confidence to really take charge. So thank you for that, Reina.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And of course, we all know Gordon here, and he goes, "Oh my goodness, how do I get a good bottleneck assistant?" Maybe, maybe Ella, you can tell people how to get a bottleneck assistant. How do people get a bottleneck assistant?
Okay.
Oh, you're on mute.
Oh.
You're on mute.
Oh, sorry.
You're on mute again.
That's okay, Ella.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So they can go on our website, bottleneck.online, or send an email at info@bottleneck.online, and our sales team will help them and reply them back.
See, I love this. It's super easy. It's super easy to approach us. We're on all the social media. We have an incredibly talented distant assistants that are ready to go right now, whether it's and then maybe Ims, you can talk a little bit to what kinds of distant assistants can someone look for with Bottleneck?
With Bottleneck Distant Assistants, you can actually look for a personal assistant. We can also provide you with a project coordinator and customer service representatives. So, if in case you have any questions about it, don't worry. We actually have a designated team that will assist you all throughout the process. So, we're always here when you need us.
See, I love that. That's super easy. That was a great question, Gordon. Gordon works with us in full this transparency, but that was a great question. So I have another question. We have what we call internally ISP, Integrated Services Program. Jarrett, can you tell us what the Integrated Services Program is? And let me first, before you answer that, the Integrated Services Program, by the way, is a sales tool that we use so that we can reinforce the service that we offer. And Jara is in charge of finding highly qualified candidates. She's our talent acquisition specialist. So the reason that I want to specifically ask Jara is she's not part of the sales team, right? This just lets you know how important it is to systemize the business, systems, processes, and workflows. Everyone in our organization, no matter what their role and or responsibilities are, can easily find out what the other various roles are simply by going to our documentation. And that's why it's so important and part of our 3 goals that we have lined out. So with that being said, Jarrett, what is ISP, or Integrated Services Program?
Well, with our ISP or Integrated Services Program, so the good thing with that is, yeah, with all our dedicated distant assistant, we all have our team that will be able to assist them when it comes, like, for example, we have all these different specialties, and not all distant assistants have specializations when it comes to web design, graphic design, and video editing. So the good thing with the ISP team is we would be able to provide those services to our client. So yeah, all our distant assistants have this what they call this support from the internal team or from the ISP team, so that they will be able to focus more on the more important things that the client will need from them.
Perfect. I couldn't even say it better myself. It's really important because this is where Crystal will live, right? She's the project
Yep.
coordinator.
Yes.
So as our clients say, if so, we call this, what do we call this role? The golden goose role, right?
Yep.
So what is the golden goose role, Reina?
The golden goose role, or what I guess they call the jack of all trades, is like people will say, I want a personal assistant with a project coordinator, with a CSR that can do social media managing and website design and management website and all those like fancy, like it's kind of like one person in one, which it doesn't exist at all. So we thought exists, but no, it does not. Maybe in our dreams it will, but it doesn't exist at all, because everyone has their own skill, everyone has their own like title, position, so and roles and responsibilities. So we don't want, of course, number one, we also want set expectations to our distant assistants that, hey, these are only your roles and responsibilities for this client, and we should also be we are also communicating that to our clients, that these are the specific roles and responsibilities of a PA or a PC or a CSR, or customer service representative. So that's when the ISP come into play, because of course with your PA, for example, they don't know how to, they don't know how to.
When you say PA, you're talking about personal
assistant. Yes, correct. Personal assistant. So of course they don't know. Maybe they do, but of course they don't have time to do that, because their focus is more on the client's end, just like what Jara mentioned earlier. So the client would ask their DDA to, hey, can you reach out to our ISP team or Integrated Services Program team and have this word edited on my website. So that's when we, Crystal, our project coordinator, would like assign it to our ISP team, and then there's a process in there, uh, tagging tagging the distant assistant, and also communication. So the reminders that the client will not be in contact with their ISP team. It's going to be the distant assistant, their distant assistant. So that's like saving a lot of time on their end. That's one of
Yes.
the benefits. So that I've worked with our ISP team before, and so far there has not been any complaint from our client because we want to be responsive. Communication is key on our end. So yeah, we wanted to give the support for our DDAs as well.
Yeah, you guys are doing a tremendous job. I do want to break into this. We're getting close to the end of our time here, but Ims, I'll go around one more time and ask each of you one more question, and we'll go ahead and wrap up. And then feel free to comment anything else that you'd like to say before I wrap. But Ims, you're working on a pretty big project right now. Can you give us any insight? And by the way, to whomever is watching this. Yes, I got a couple questions sent to me, but a lot of this I've thrown out on the fly, and I just want you to know this is truly authentic in the answers that are being shared by the team today, and that's possible for you too. You can find somebody that will be able to be an unbelievable representative and maintain the integrity of your brand. Just simply by having this type of communication. So I want to say thanks to everybody for joining us today and for being okay with these little questions that I've flung at you on the side with no preparation there. So Ims, I wonder, you don't have to, if you say, Jamie, no, that's off limits. I get it. But you can give us a little sneak peek and think of this as what are the benefits to people that may be interested in hiring a distant assistant. What is the big deal about what you're working on?
All right, so we actually just finished the website just a couple of hours
Oh
ago.
my god!
Yes, so yeah.
This is brand
So
new. I had no idea.
Yeah.
yeah. So Bottleneck Academy is live. So what is Bottleneck
Yay!
Academy? It's basically, we believe that people are innately talented, right? But you really have to have tools so that you can excel. And the sad reality is in the Philippines, you have to pay for trainings in order for you to become a virtual assistant, a personal assistant, uh, and not everyone can afford that. So here with Bottleneck, we actually thought of what can we do to basically help out people who are aspiring distant assistants. Because in recruitment, we've had countless of resumes, CVs that are submitted to us, and we feel like, okay, this person kind of looks like they can do the job. However, they're not skilled. So Bottleneck Academy will fill in the gaps. So this is an absolutely free training to be offered to people who are determined to change their lives. So this is live. I'm truly excited. Jara's working closely with me with Bottleneck Academy. And as far as the clients is concerned, I would just like to assure you that these people who have undergone the Bottleneck Academy training, these people have fires in their heart that they've been given chances to excel and they grabbed it. So these are fully committed. These are people who are ready to work and make a difference in your company. So yeah.
Just like us here.
That there's, you know what I find? I can hear the passion, right? It's fantastic. The level of caring that we have for other human beings is massive, and for us to assemble an opportunity to shift one's trajectory is simply amazing. And I just wanted to share this comment by Mar-a-Lago. She's a business strategist and accelerator. She said, shows how well these people can handle and be nimble in all kinds of business situations and challenges. She nailed it on the head there. Absolutely nailed it on the head here. And Gordon wanted to say, I still find it amazing that someone can have a bottleneck assistant and ISP resources for such a reasonable cost. He's right. One flat fee, one flat subscription fee. And then Dave Sanderson, The very last passenger to hop
Yay!
off of Miracle on the Hudson, if you've ever seen that, watch the movie, Tom Hanks movie, Sully. Dave Sanderson was actually in that movie, and he was the very last passenger to hop off of that plane and swim in that ice cold water on the Hudson. And he says, Bottleneck rocks, very easy to work with and extremely responsive. Look forward to doing more work with Bottleneck. Thank you so much, Dave. Dave is awesome. You can go learn more about Dave going to davesandersonspeaks.com. So, Crystal, I wanted to chime in with one last question for you, or one last idea that you have, what you're working on right now. One of the biggest challenges we have is when a task is presented, how do we make sure that that task is complete? Because I'm really big about signals and all of that kind of stuff. And how do you make sure that a task is complete so that we are keeping up expectations?
Yes, I really understand that it's also important to meet our clients' expectations. And in order for a task to be successful, not just completed, but for it to be successful, is to have efficient communication with our team and our client. So, of course, we receive all the information, all the resources that our client can provide us with to work with, and to delegate that properly with the team. Also, to set expectations with the client on when this can be accomplished, how long this is going to take, entirely depends on their cooperation with our team as well. So I think that those are very important factors to consider into making sure that the task is successful, and to provide efficient and quality output for our clients.
I love it. Obviously couldn't have said that better myself. And then Ella, wonderful. Thank you, Crystal. Ella, what are you going to do with me? Like, how am I going to get better?
Sir, you are the best. You are the best, honestly.
Oh
One
my
month
gosh.
working with you, I didn't feel any anxiety or any nervousness. The whole team, Reina, as what Crystal said a while ago, Reina is our mentor. She helped me a lot. She trained me. So, yeah, I'm just happy to be part of Bottleneck.
Well, I have to tell you, and this is something that Reina knows all too well, but about 2.5 years ago, 6 months within her being here, I was spending probably 90 minutes a day dealing with my emails. And Ella, you've seen my emails. A lot of it is stuff I don't need to pay attention to, but there are certain things that I do need to pay attention to.
Mhm.
I literally spend probably 10 or 15 minutes a day, maybe 20 minutes sometimes, but I would say closer to 10 minutes a day. And if you look at that, because of your help, if you do the math, you've saved me over 2 months a year of just handling my email. Raina started that off and got me going, and you continue to do that. I don't know what anybody else would do with an extra 2 months in a year, but that is a lot of time. And so when you look at my email, how do you keep it organized?
Sir, I see to it that my time is 9 a.m. CT Central Time, but I log in 15 minutes earlier so that whenever you're in, your emails are clean. So I see to it that I read everything. I what you call that? I scan everything. So if it's a spam or newsletters, I just put it on trash. I unsubscribe to spams or unnecessary newsletters. And then for important emails, what I did, I mark it as unread, and then I put the exclamation point read so that when you enter, when you get in the office, you have time to distinguish which one is the important emails and which one you need to reply on your own, and which one you want to delegate to me. So that's it, sir.
And you do a great job. You do a fantastic job. Thank you. Thank you for dealing with me.
Sir. Thank you.
And then, Raina, you've been recently promoted to Director of Operations. You've had a couple months to
my God.
learn about the role. April 1st is a
Oh
big
my
deal for
God.
you. You are official. You've completed your training. Tell me about that process. How do you feel?
Well, I think I did not complete my training like completely, Sir Jamie, because
Because
with
you're
your
too awesome.
schedule,
You didn't need it.
no, because with your schedule, of course, we had like back-to-back conversations with regards to what we are supposed to be training on, but of course, our priorities up until June to July-ish is number one, the website, the sales process, and also the documentation in the Bottleneck Academy. So that's where I took those goals and like distribute to our team, pass it along to our recruitment team, IMS and Jera, to our HR team, to our creatives team, and so on and so forth. So far, based on my experience, it's a little heavy on my end, but since I'm able to, um, I already have like
Delegate?
a relationship. Yeah, correct. Delegate. And also I already have a relationship with our team, so it's like quite easy for me. So it's not that heavy. But of course, with our new team coming in, that we have to train them and so on. So yeah, it's a very big project, but I didn't notice that it's gonna be like April 1 this Friday. So it is an April Fool's Day.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you, April Fools.
Yeah, I know, right? So I'm like, oh, okay. So April 1, well, I think it's April Fool's Day. I think Sir James is like messing with me. But yeah, I know we had this conversation like I think last week, and I asked you if this helped with everything because I know that you have your own thing on the back end that you're like supposed to do with business deals and stuff like that. So um I will ask you, Sir Jamie, up again. Does this help so far? That having an operations person at Bottleneck.
I don't know about you guys, but 2.5, 3 weeks ago, I had 35 appointments in 1
A
week.
week.
35 appointments. This week, I think I had 7 or 8. I was able to breathe. I was able to do stuff like I could.
Congrats.
Right? I was able to. You're amazing, and it's been heck. I even took a day off to go fly fishing, and I wasn't worried at all that things would be messed up when I got back. Actually, they're a lot better, and I learned some new things that happen in just that small time. So, man, yes, Reina, thank you. Thank you.
I would also like to say, sir, it's not all me though, but it's also our team because they're very supportive. They're very communicative. So it kind of like if I ask an update on this, we will respond. So I would also like to say like huge thanks to our team because they're such like amazing people where we can trust them. So yeah, like you would say that director of operations is so like hard and all, but if you have an amazing team like these guys here and also the back end, oh my gosh, like the updates are there that I'm able to update Jamie on here we are right now. And then he'll like get shocked. Oh my God, Bottleneck Academy's already done? What? The website's done. So stuff like this, So
Yeah.
So
So,
just like
and by the way, if you haven't seen Reina's TikToks, they're freaking hilarious.
oh
You
no.
check those out.
No,
They are
don't
freaking
promote that.
hilarious. And yeah, so a special shout out to also your sister Rachel. She's been fantastic. Javelin and Phil, amazing on the management of successfully bringing on and onboarding our candidates. And I mean, I could just keep going on and on. All of our dev team and our graphics and our magic Mike D,
Yep.
like just amazing. Gordon McDougall, Dave Stovey, even Chanel has taken so much off of Sarah, my wife's plate. It's been unbelievable. Everybody's getting paid on time every time. It's just the books are finally balanced. Like it's amazing, you guys. Just everything that the entire team has done is just a blessing. So I just this is a big shout out to all of you. And then last but not least, Jera, Jera, I'd love for you to chime in with maybe a last thought, kind of, what's happening next, maybe, and what can we do to kind of support you?
Yeah. Of course, the Bottleneck Academy. So from being a talent acquisition specialist, and now I'll be doing the training as well, and I'm really excited that I'm going to impose the bottleneck culture to the trainees,
Yay!
and that's what makes me excited. Of course, nervous because this will be my first time to do this task. This is my first time to create training decks, and yeah, it's not really that challenging because I have the whole team to support me, and yeah, I have them to gather some ideas. Hey, what are we gonna do for this? What do you think will be the best for this one? What if we will be provided training for this specific topic, and then they would be able to we would be able to help the trainees, so something like that, and that's really makes me more excited.
Well, I can't thank you enough again. Thank you all for being brave and stepping up on this. Ims, Crystal, Ella, Reina, Jera, thank you so much. Thank you so much to the team that isn't here. And there's Richard Miller says, excellent team and fly fishing while jealous, Jamie. I tell you, fly fishing is a lot of fun. I had no idea. And then, of course, Maria, she says, great team. Maria's fantastic.
Yay!
Remember. So I just want to say thanks again to everybody for doing this. You have just in the impact that I can't wait to see happen for our future clients to get an opportunity. Because here's one extra thing: when somebody hires an assistant through us, not only do they have the Bottleneck Academy now and the training and that infrastructure and that community, but they also have us. We can
Yeah.
all help them dependent upon their role. Crystal can help project coordinators. We can help. Reina, Ella can help personal assistants. So if we get a new client and they have a question, or maybe their personal assistant doesn't quite know how to figure something out, instead of imposing some kind of time suck on our client, they can ask us, and we're there to support them. So I just want to say thanks to you, because we all have a role and responsibilities to do. We've all signed up for that, and we enjoy that. Hopefully we enjoy our special thing, but we also cover each other's back,
Yeah.
which I think is huge, and is the exact reason that I decided to leave corporate America. Not saying it's a bad thing. For me, I wasn't a good fit. I love the fact that we have each other's back here, and it's like a family. I've never met anybody here in
Yeah.
person. Hopefully one day, but I feel like family. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Does anybody else have anything else to say before we wrap?
Maybe just what do you call this team? I would like to say that I'm so proud of where Bottleneck is at right now, and I would like to say super kudos, I guess, to our recruitment team for finding these amazing team members that we have here, and also for our clients. So that I know it's such a difficult, like, I know there are some challenges that we were able to experience along the way, but you guys were able to nail it, because right now, look at us, we're complete. Our puzzle is complete, and now we are like ready to roll. So aside from our recruitment team, to our the whole team here at Bottleneck. So I just wanted to say that out loud, Sir James, because without our recruitment team, of course, that we won't be able to build this whole, amazing Bottleneck team as a whole. Of course, internal and also the external. So
Yeah,
yay.
good job, Jera, Ims, Rach, if she's watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let me wrap up. Can you hang on just for a little bit while I wrap up?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me wrap this up. I'm so excited you got to meet part of the team here at Bottleneck Distant Assistants. They are, in my opinion, the best people in the entire world. And I know a lot of great people. I cannot tell you how much these people have changed my life and impacted me in such a positive way. So I highly recommend check it out if you've ever if you're on the fence or just kind of considering it. Many people ask me, when's the best time for me to hire? Well, the best time for you to hire is right now. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you need to pull the trigger and hire somebody, but you need to start preparing to hire somebody right now. It's the perfect person that we work with is somebody that's super busy. You're starting to miss appointments, maybe you're missing some time with family. There's just so much work in a day, or you're managing so much. You really need to kind of let go and get out of your own way. And a perfect way to do that is get what's in here in your head out. Start documenting that stuff today. That's the best thing you can do so that you can hire effectively, and you can hire people just like the people we have here at Bottleneck. And I promise you, your life will change for the better. I promise you. You just have to kind of go through the steps, and you have to be prepared when you hire somebody. It's going to get a little bit harder. You're going to spend 30, 60, 90 days unless your systems are really tight and you have an awesome Reyna on hand. We can get them up, speed it up a little bit faster. But in doing this documentation, do something as if it's the last time you're ever going to do it. Thank you, Scott Beebe, for that saying. Document, document, document. I cannot recommend it enough. So a special thank you today for Reyna, Ella, Ems, Jera, and Crystal for joining us. This is the Bottleneck team. There's more. Perhaps we can bring the other members on the team in a future date. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. You can message us at info@bottleneck.online. There's Rachel. I knew she was listening. She says, love you guys. We love you too, Rachel. You're amazing. And Ella sent me your calendar 12 minutes after my email to you. Wow. That's great. Yeah, Ella's kind of a rock star. So thank you, Richard. Like I said, we have an amazing team here. Thank you so much. Let me just do a little bit here, and then we'll get rocking and let you get back to your day. You can find more episodes like this so you can learn how to break through the bottleneck in your business today by going to bottleneck.online/BTV. And we have, I don't know, hundreds of videos over there. And you can also go and look, I've got my new book, Quit Repeating Yourself. And basically what you do is learn how today's leaders are using systems and processes to grow their business the right way simply by reading a book that will take you about 2 hours to read. Go to quitrepeatingyourself.com, #quitrepeatingyourself, #QRY. I love it. I can't believe I'm a published author. And by the way, special thanks to the team for taking the time. All that writing I did for an entire year, they really covered me. I appreciate them. Today, we talked about what it means to be a DA with Ella, Reyna, Ems, Jarrett, and Crystal on this episode of Live with Bottleneck. If you missed the last episode, I had a wonderful conversation with Paul Huzar. We talked about the value of a veteran. And he has an incredible franchise. So go check. If you missed that one, I highly recommend checking that one out. And coming soon to your earbuds, I'm going to be talking with Edwin Dearborn. He does keynotes, live workshops, webinars, and executive consultations. We're going to be talking about the 3 R's of business growth: referrals, reactivation, and reviews. That's coming up Wednesday, April 6th. 2022 at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. Again, I want to say a special thank you to everybody that participated on the conversation today. And just like Krista said, don't forget, Crystal said, create your own ripple. Have a wonderful day, and we will talk to you again pretty doggone soon. So have a good one. We'll talk to you soon.